All right, welcome everybody to this week's Sandpile. This week we have Stan Petrov from Simvoly. He'll correct me, I'm sure, and he's going to tell us about the platform and how it might make sense for some business partners to transition onto that platform. Take it away, Stan.
Thank you very much. Yes, I'm Stan. I'm a co-founder and CEO of Simvoly. And I had some presentation like a month ago about in front of some of the business catalyst partners. So I'll just go again. Some of the things I covered before. I'll talk about some of the things that we've decided to do, especially for the business catalyst partners. And overall, what you can do with the builder, how you can utilize it to grow your existing business, move some websites if you want to, or create your new websites on the platform. I'll talk about the whole business model. Simvoly maybe is a little bit different from what you've heard from the others. We are more of not only about building websites, but about having your own SaaS, your own white label platform where you can market to a lot broader audience than what you previously had. So I think it's a great step into developing your business, not just staying at some, whatever you had. Now you can expand it. You can build a lot more. So this is what Simvoly is always trying to achieve, to provide you more. Why we started the whole platform? Because back in 2014, we saw that there is a hole. The process of building websites was slow and tedious, and there was no really nice place to build a website from the start and have it with all the other things around it. So we decided to make a difference. We were not happy with the platforms back then. We're not happy with the platforms now. So we keep on improving ours to be the best there is. So I want to say a few things about the evolution of the web and why we believe that such a SaaS can really help businesses like yourself, because as you probably know, businesses more and more need some online presence, digitalization everywhere, as most of the businesses don't have a website. They have an idea, they want to get online within a day or so, right away if they can to, and they wish to do it right away with almost no cost, or as low as they can. And then they don't have the time to wait. Either it's a website or a campaign or anything else. They want to do it now. So they have to have this control over what they have, or when you present it to them, to at least have the opportunity to track a few things, to see how the process is going. So this is the evolution. This is how people will be building websites as they are now. And the do-it-yourself market is getting stronger and stronger with each day, with each week, with each year. So I think you have to transition into that. So the common needs, obviously, landing page, website, online store. Obviously, you know that, but they'll get more common about landing pages for some campaigns. Some Facebook campaign always needs a landing page or some kind of a funnel in order to capture, to really help the business out. Just a website sometimes is not enough. People start to understand it. They need a way to focus the traffic, to create some lead magnets, to build lists, to market their product. So they understand, they know that it can be done, and that's your opportunity to give it to them right away without having to develop it, to all this tedious process that you had before. The market, I just want to say that it's such a big market. More than 60% of businesses do not have a website still, according to Google. These are just some statistics about the market in 2016 for US alone. So the do-it-yourself market is getting stronger and stronger. So I think you should be just in some way at least part of it instead of trying to fight it. And almost 58% of small and medium businesses intend to build a new website to promote their company in the next year. So as you know, most of the businesses do not have a great website. If they have, most of them are not mobile optimized. And to give you a perspective of the do-it-yourself, more than 70%, 75%, when they build a website, they do really intermediate or advanced modifications to their site. So it's not like just changing a few texts. Most of them are really playing around with it. So yeah, it's a great opportunity, great market. The white label and what Simvoly provides you is the whole platform that we've developed for the past 4.5 years. You have the whole platform under your own brand and your own rules. So you can charge as much as you want. I will show you these things. You can charge as much as you want. You can have your own templates. You can target a specific market that you're most comfortable with marketing and getting to. So all these modifications is especially for you. You can control everything from one place, all the websites, all the system emails that are being sent, and all these things you can do from one place with all the hosting that you get and everything. And is it for you? This is why I say it's for people who want to have a do-it-yourself platform where people can actually modify themselves some of the things. Either you build it, the website, as you probably most of you do, and then just provide some access for them to do small modifications or whatever modifications they want, or market it solely as a do-it-yourself. Or just have it as a build it for the customer. So you have all these options with this platform. It's not limited to just one. You can provide one or all of these things for them. It's great for freelancers. We have a lot of freelancers, web agencies, hosting companies, SaaS companies as well that need a lot of websites built. So it's for all these areas, for all these partners to be part of us. Just as a perspective, the white label is very new. It's just 5-6 months old, the whole project of the white label, and we already have partners in 38 countries. So we're just getting started, and we have a great traction all over the world. The advantages, obviously, it's time efficient, easy to build, easy to manage all the websites. Everything is automated. So all the subscriptions that you create for your customers to subscribe to, everything is tracked by the platform. You don't have to worry about when it's going to be charged. Everything is on the point. The system knows when and where and how to charge the customers. You can manage everything and build the websites for a fraction of the time you used to do that. It's obviously cost efficient because it's cheaper to build. Don't have to hire, or at least the time you spend on the money you spend on a developer or a designer. It's a lot less than before because obviously the creation of a website is a lot faster, which leads to higher profits and a passive income from the whole SaaS around the whole builder and all the recurring payments from your customers. And the great thing is that when they refer somebody or they build new websites, everything happens within your platform. You're not on some other builder where the other website just go to somebody else. You don't get anything. Here, everything is on your platform, and you keep your customers with you all the time. Obviously, you can scale it to sky's the limit, like I like to say in this, because you cannot just, you can stay, I guess, with just a few customers, like 40, 50 customers, but you can scale it to, like I showed you, more than 60% of businesses don't have a website, and they need a way to have at least a simple page or a website. So it's millions of businesses do not have this, and different markets. So you can easily scale your in a local level or on some community level. You can find those customers and build a really sustainable and big business out of it. So yeah, I can share some of the white label, the platform. I can show you around, and then I can continue with a few things about the platform.
All good so far, and there's no questions in the chat yet. I'll let you know if there are any.
Great, yeah. So you should be able to see my screen now. Again, I haven't stopped the sharing, but yes, this is the white label dashboard. This is a white label demo. This is where you control everything about your white label. When you haven't subscribed, you have a video here that you can check out explaining in a few steps that is required for you to do in order to have everything set up. Like I said, so with the white label, first of all, you receive a free website that you can access from Edit website. I'll show you in a moment. It's a free website up to 20 pages. This is to promote your business. This is the place where customers can build their website, start their website, register, or log in, depending on what you want to enable them to do. I will show you a few of the templates. You can track all the websites on your platform, obviously. Like I said, everything is in one place. You can see all the websites, all their statuses. When you click on the pencil, you can see the last billing date, the next billing date, and you can manually upgrade them. We've made this especially because a lot of our partners need a way, because they charge, for example, offline or some other way. And this way you can simply upgrade the website just like that, just by clicking a few buttons, and the website is live. We will charge the fee that we charge for, in this case, for the personal yearly, and your customer doesn't have to bother with subscriptions and so on. And of course, you can access all the websites on your platform, edit them. You can do that for the users as well. You can see all the designs here, but maybe I should just show you some of the platform for us to see actually the whole, and then I'll show you some of the white label itself.
I like that better.
Yeah. So, all right. So this is in the builder of this white label. As you can see here, there is a small logo on top that we've added for personalization. You can change everything about it, and actually you can change the whole overall looks of the builder. We have actually partners that with some CSS and JavaScript, they actually change the whole looks. You cannot guess it's Simvoly. Everything is completely changed. So you can do that as well. So this is the builder. This is your working area. Obviously, it's the layout is pretty much as a builder. Our controls is a bit different. You have the mobiles on the side. You have the main controls here, and the navigations here for like store, dashboard, settings, etc. You can control the pages from here. You can add some new widgets, some settings like page SEO, custom code that you want to add to the head section, styling, headers, file manager, and so on. But the whole building process of Simvoly, how it works is everything is drag and drop. Everything is arranged into blocks, which are obviously from top to bottom. You can add block between each two sections. We have this variety of different designs that you can use. You can one-click add them to your design, simple as that. With the white label, in a few days, we will allow you to create your own unique blocks. Currently, you can create your own unique templates for websites and for pages. I will show you pages in a moment. And you'll be able to create your own unique blocks. That will allow you to create a lot faster, for example, new websites, and for your customers as well. If they want to add something really cool, they can do it.
Stan, before you leave this page, Trish would like to ask you a question. While she's getting unmuted, if you could let us know if email accounts are included in the platform or if that's separate.
Email accounts, we do not provide email hosting just yet. We plan to do it very soon, but we haven't found the best partner for us to provide to our customers. So when we find somebody that really suits us good, so we can provide a nice competitive pricing, we will do it. And we plan to introduce some email marketing as well as part of the platform.
Okay, go ahead, Trish.
Thanks, Dave. Hi, Stan. It's Trish. I was curious if I had gone into the settings and I chose the fonts I wanted, but every time I dragged like a widget, a text widget or something onto the page, I had to keep manually changing the font. And I was curious or even if you drop blocks onto the page, I found myself changing the font myself. Is there a way to globally change the fonts?
Yes. Yes, we've shared in our Facebook page in a few days back. We're working just on the global stylings. You can actually access our Facebook page, Facebook group. You can see some of the sneak peeks of the global stylings that we are working on. We probably will be releasing it next week, as well as the new revamped blog. You can see some of that sneak peeks in our group. Facebook group. But yeah, that's definitely something that.
And then I noticed that if I change the font within one of the text blocks, if I looked at the source code it would be like a paragraph tag and then a span tag. Is that just because I changed it in a manner that like after the fact, or are all of the is everything in a span tag?
Yeah, that's how this current text widget works, but we'll be changing it with the global stylings. We'll be adding a brand new text widget that will have a lot cleaner markup that it does. It still, you still have the H tags, but then the paragraph is added into the H tag, which is a bit messy in terms of markup. It can be a lot cleaner. That will be achieved with the brand new text widget that we'll be introducing.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, so the global styling is something really cool that we'll be adding, as well as the revamped block. It will be very medium-like the block functionality. I think it will be really amazing. Yeah. So should I continue, I guess? This, for example, this is one of the templates for the white label websites that you can start with. We have around 10 different templates specially made for white label partners that you can completely obviously change everything. You can adjust. Everything is aligned into columns. So everything is really easy to modify and to adjust just by clicking and dragging. You have column settings, you have block settings where you can do all sorts of cool things. You can add overlays to the backgrounds. You can create anchor points when you want to scroll from a menu to this particular section. You can just add an anchor point and that will scroll down. You have all these widgets here. We'll be adding a few more very soon. But you have the basics, you have the countdowns, forms. Obviously, the form builder is really nice. You have all sorts of different. As you can see, it's a lot of different fields that you can add, captchas, hidden fields, and everything else that you can add to the forms. And you can actually connect them with the autoresponder, at the moment MailChimp, and sending a notification to email. But in June, we'll be having a week dedicated for integrations that will introduce GetResponse, ActiveCampaign, Aweber, MailerLite, and a few more, I think. But these are the mains that we'll be adding as a native integration to all the forms. You can do it even now by using the code widget here. Just place it anywhere you want, and just you can add the code from the autoresponder to be shown on the page, on the specific page. And that's for now, until we release the native integrations with the forms. And not only the forms, but with the members and with the store and etc. So yeah, the building is really easy. I want to show you something that you probably haven't seen anywhere. It's my favorite, how you can copy elements. So you see this circle, let me just remove it. I just really like showing it because it's my favorite functionality. So when you copy something, either it's an element or a block, you will see the circle on top that contains all the copied elements. So you can just drag and drop it wherever you want on the page, within the website, doesn't matter which page, and it's automatically there. This saves so much time when you build templates, when you build same pages or similar pages. And for your customers to just replicate something that you've just created. And it's not just copying it and having to move it to another page. It's a very tedious process. Here you have up to 20 different things that you can store, and just so much time saving this way. So this is about I guess the building it's really easy. It's just drag and drop. It's really fast, very snappy. That has always been our aim. Each widget obviously have some controls on top, animations that you can add to create some cool things, as you can see here, sliding from the right side. So you can do that for any widget, adding links, adding margins, deleting, and so on. About the building process. Obviously, you can preview the website on the different devices. For example, this is how it looks for mobile. You can hide a specific section. Let's say I don't want to see this section because it looks kind of dull. So I can just hide it on mobile, leave it just on tablet, for example. And I want to, let's say I want to add something else. I can just add a new container that I've already copied, just for the sake of the example. And I will add a mobile-only container that will not mess with your desktop version. That will be only for mobile devices. So like I said, mobile is very important for a lot of customers. So you can just modify the whole mobile view. This way you can just hide a few sections and just leave the ones that are important for the specific business. You can add mobile widgets that are only visible for your mobile. It will never mess with your desktop version unless you change something on the desktop containers. We'll be working on a way for you to not be able to mess even that very soon. But for the moment, I think it works fairly well the way it is at the moment.
There's a question there, Stan. When you paste something that you've copied, is it a separate element? Meaning, can I rename the fields? Can I do different things? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but we plan to do it very soon to do connected columns will be called something like that. Maybe even for copied elements, where you change something. Let's say I copy this button. Let's say I copy it, I want to add it here, just for the sake of the example, and to make them connected. And when I do some changes, let's say I change the design to make it like this, to when they're connected, to pair them up, so this button will change again. So this way you can kind of, that will be part of the global styling in general, but this way you can just pair things and have them globally change stylings.
So then you have the choice if you want them connected or not. You can have it either way, then, right?
That will be part of some of the next update. But nice. That will be a choice. Like probably maybe a link button here that will just pair whenever when you add a copied element. There will be just global stylings for both of them.
Yeah. When you in the list, if you pop that copied circle open again.
Yes.
A lot of them are named the same. Is there a way to name, like instead of container, can I call it banner, call to action, or whatever?
I guess we can add some naming. We can add some naming. We never just, we didn't, most of them are used for just quick.
If it's one or two, it's not a big deal. But if you had up to 20, like you say, it might get a little confusing.
Yeah, it can be a little bit confusing. Yeah, I think it wouldn't be a problem to just add some naming of the elements there.
And just to confirm, if you add a widget in that mobile view, it would not show up on the desktop view, or by default, or could you make it show up on the desktop view if you wanted to?
Well, the thing is, when you edit a website on desktop, on mobile, everything is usually on 100%. So if you add it here, it doesn't really know where exactly to go on the desktop. It will really screw it up. So that's why, for example, when you add this button, you'll see it's added, but it has this icon showing that it's only mobile. So even if you save the changes, that will not affect the desktop version. It will only be for the mobile.
Cool.
We made it for a reason, because it really doesn't make sense to add something on mobile and show it on desktop. It's going to be really messy. So
but if you add it on desktop, then you can choose whether you want to show it on mobile or not. You can go the other way. Okay, cool. Yeah. The inevitable question has come up now. Folks want to know if there is a CRM or a database type functionality built in.
Yeah, so this is actually part of my my slides about the web apps. We have a group in Facebook. Maybe some of you are part of it. That we've decided to build our own web apps that will be, again, data driven, similar to what you had in Business Catalyst, but will be more user friendly in terms of that you'll be able to drag and drop things to modify the whole database in a way. It will use liquid tags again, and you'll be able to create all sorts of different functionalities. And with that, we plan to release a marketplace, a place where people can actually build such web apps and provide it for some fee, small fee, I guess, in most cases, where you can actually don't have to build it. When somebody builds let's say a listing for something, that you can just install it onto a website or into a white label. I don't know. We'll see how we'll be doing it. So this way you can you don't have to even develop the web app. You can actually have it already made by somebody else on the marketplace.
Cool. Someone has asked if it's just them or is the sound messed up. I hear the sound just fine. I believe everyone else is saying the same thing. So I think it's just you, Freddie.
Okay. About the CRM, because you had a question about it, we actually have some questions about that. So at the moment, when somebody fills a form, let me just show you that. This is your dashboard. You have all the websites, analytics that you have for the websites, etc. But you have a messages option place where you see all the messages sent submitted into a form. So you have all the forms listed here. What we plan to do is, so when somebody submits, obviously this is some kind of a lead, you have a contact from this person, whatever name they have. So we will do it not just messages, but like contacts and messages, or contacts and leads, where you have like a small CRM with all the people, where you can actually add some status. If it's a code, let's say it's a code lead, it's a hot lead, with some notes and tags, where you can actually arrange this information that you already have. We already have this information. Just this will be a new way to present it. In a way, it's just like a CRM, kind of. Just not so sophisticated, but it will do, I guess, a lot of necessary work for people who do not need an expensive CRM, for example.
Is there a plan to connect through an API into another one, much like you're going to do with MailChimp and such? Is there for CRM?
Yeah, with the public API, that will be very possible. Obviously, that will be part of the next updates. We plan to release the public API in the summer. At the moment, you can export out the data, obviously. With the GDPR, will be just a little bit more restricting the way you export the data. But yeah, definitely will be. We had some questions about Sugar CRM, if you can integrate and so on. Definitely with the public API, it will be a lot easier to do these integrations. And with the CRM, it will be a lot easier to do them as well.
Cool. I'll carry on. I'll try not to interrupt you anymore, Stan. Thanks.
Yeah. Just I want to show a few more things, like how easy it is to add pages. And I want to say a few things about the future and how we see some of the things that we're working on. So adding a new page is very easy. Obviously, we aim to create a process of building anything to be a lot simpler. So that's why we've created all these great designs that you can, like I said, you can create your own unique page designs to speed up the process. We're trying to add every week at least a few new page or website designs. But it's very simple. It's really easy. Let's say you want to create a page like this for this customer. You don't have to build it from scratch. You can just select the design, add a name, add some public access you have. I guess I get to that part as well. And simple like that. You have a brand new page that is with a great design. You can just change a few things, or your customers. You can obviously he can do that, or she. And everything is mobile optimized, mobile friendly. It's just a few seconds. You just added a new page for a specific purpose. We obviously organize them into different categories that you can create your own different categories. If you don't want to use ours, that's covered in the white label. So you can create such things with a preview. It's really easy and nice to use. It's really easy to add a pop-up as well. We try to, like I said, to minimize the way of building things with just a few clicks. So let's say you want to collect emails for a book, like a lead magnet. You simply click it and that's it. You have a pop-up on your page. You can just change a few things, add whatever widget you want, a video, a button, doesn't matter. Just let's say just want to add an email where to notify you when somebody subscribes. Or just link to a page. Just link to a page when somebody purchases submits. to go to a page with the download, for example. So this way you can create pop-ups, you can create any marketing automation and marketing strategies and promotions, very simple and easy this way. And something new that we'll be adding, I wanted to also say, is we try to transition and to go more into the marketing side of things, because we already built something that is great for building websites and for stores and blogs and etc. But we want to try and create something a lot easier to create funnels, for example, to create more into the marketing side, because that really helps businesses grow. And that's what businesses want to actually do, to get more customers. And this is what landing pages, funnels, and everything do. So the first things we did is the pages. The next thing we will do very soon, probably in June, is the funnels. And the funnels will be just a cluster of pages connected together. They'll be just like an add in a folder. And just like here, but you have a whole set of pages connected together for a specific purpose. And you can just one-click add them into the website. And simple like that, you have a brand new, let's say, campaign for setting, let's say, a digital product, or whatever the purpose of the funnel is. We'll create, with our marketing team, we'll create a few really nice funnels. We'll see what the others do. And with the funnels, we'll introduce an add-on for connecting more domains into one website. That will be probably arranged into folders. So when you add a funnel, it will have maybe some more of functionality there, see how many people clicked on what button and so on. But you will also be able to connect a domain, a custom domain, into a specific page of the funnel, or just let's say you want to connect a different domain to services. You have an option to connect that custom domain within this website, just like what ClickFunnels do, just what landing page builders do. So it's not just a website builder, it's going to be a lot more than that, because a website is great, but having all these other funnels, functionality, landing pages, and everything else is a lot more powerful and a lot more value to your customers and to you. When building something, you don't have to use 100 softwares. You can just use one that is everything, have it in one place. Yeah, this is about the pages, I guess. I guess I can say a few words about the store. If some of you are building e-commerce, the e-commerce is really easy to do. You can add 4 different types of products: physical products, digital products, services, or memberships. Memberships is the latest things that we've added. And I think a lot of you are interested in the memberships specifically, because you can create like online courses, you can create secured content areas, and you can actually sell access to these areas and tutorials. It's really easy. The other 3 are very straightforward to think. The digital product, where you can download a file. The services is just a service, nothing special about it. Physical products, obviously, very simple. You have categories, you have SEO information, you have variations, which is obviously very important. And yeah, everything you need about the store pretty much. We'll just build on top of it with some new modifications, more about, again, on the marketing side, where you can do more upselling, where you can do more things to drive more sales, which will really help the businesses. This is our goal for this year, to be more than just building a store, just give that push to a store, to a page, to a funnel, all that to help businesses out. You can do discount codes, you can do orders, you can see discount codes, really simple and easy to do. Flat discounts, percentage discounts, free shipping. I don't want to bore you too much. Different layouts. We'll be actually changing a few things here, but you have different layouts that you can use. Quick view, quick cards, different settings, like advanced filters on the site. I know some of the builders do not have it, but we have it with all the variations that you can filter by, etc. You can do shipping, taxes, different rules, very simple and easy to use. And of course, payments. These are the payments that we currently have, payment processor. We'll be adding Afterpay, we'll be adding Authorize.net and a few more. But I think this covers most of the needs of the customers. Very easy to use. Afterpay we did for the New Zealand and Australian markets. I think maybe some of you are from that region, so you can use it very, very easily. I think it's a great value, and of course the offline methods for the other payments. I guess I will just show about the memberships. Maybe some of you interested, I don't know. We have a whole section about the members where you can create member groups that have different access levels. You can see all the users in that group, etc. You can see all the members as well. So you can manage all the customers who register within the website, either for e-commerce or for security content to get access to a secure content. You can simply use it like that.
Can that be paid or unpaid?
The membership?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said in the story, you have the membership product.
Perfect. Yeah.
Which is yeah.
Sorry, that's fine. I'm just there. I watched some questions go by, so that was one. So you can have a secure zone or a membership that is just. They just have to sign up. You could also have another one where they got to pay whatever a month.
Yes.
Could you have something where one of the challenges we always had in Business Catalyst was it costs you $200 up front, then $20 a month? Is that possible?
The pricing for what? For the members? Or?
Well, yeah, for a membership site. So say it's $200 to sign up, and then it's $20 a month after that. But we always had to do some jiggery-pokery to get that to work on Business Catalyst.
So, yeah, the thing about the membership probably we won't like that is currently it's one-time payment. We do not yet have the recurring payments, but it's on our roadmap. So when we introduce it, definitely that can be some sort of a setting where you can charge something upfront, upfront, and then just the recurring payment for the next months. But yeah, for the moment, we do not have recurring payments.
That's okay. That's how we find these things out. I do have a bunch of questions. I don't know how much more you wanted to go through before we got to them. Which way do you want to go?
No, I mean, I showed, I guess, most of the things. Of course, there is like domains and everything, but they're just, I guess, straightforward. But yeah, let's answer some questions. I have a few slides after that. I want to say.
Okay, let's see what we can get through here. So I'll just read them out and then you can answer.
Sure.
So Sylvia asked, what was that applications link on the previous screen? I believe you were showing pages at the time, starting a new page.
Applications?
Yeah, I think you were starting a new page and she saw something that said applications or something.
We have applications on the dashboards.
Maybe that's where it was.
Yeah, we have in the dashboard the applications that we currently have. Very limited at the moment. Facebook Pixel, which the Pixel connects with all the store, with the cards, with all the checkout pages and everything. So you can do it for remarketing on Facebook. The email server, if you want to connect custom email to the website, which will allow all the emails to be sent from that email. Just some SMTP settings. Probably most of you know about that. And this is a native MailChimp integration. Here will be added, like I said, in June, probably the first week in June. We'll introduce ActiveCampaign, MailerLite, GetResponse, Aweber, probably Printful as well. We had a lot of questions about dropshipping and so on. So some of this will be covered as well.
Cool. Yeah. Then on, if you create your own page design, Trish asked, do you choose empty page and then design it? And then once you do, does it stay in your list of available pages for future projects? So
this is the white label again. So here you can create your own unique templates for websites. You can do it either by copying any of our templates. You have to copy one of the templates, but we have a blank one. You have to actually add a button, I guess, for a blank page, blank website, but you can just select a design. Let's say you want to create something similar to this. You click on it and you click on clone. And I will create a new website here under My Themes. So here are all the themes just for your white label that you can work on. It's just like a regular website. So very simple. You can organize them into categories, thumbnails. You can delete it. You can add a name to it. Like I said, you can, let's say you want to target a specific market, a specific niche. You can just build websites for that market very easily. You can do the same things with pages, it was the questions. Under My Pages, you'll see all of your templates that you've created. And under System Pages, you'll see all of ours arranged here. When you add a new page, obviously it can be blank, or you can clone again any page that we currently have. So I most of the time I just suggest to start with the design, because it really nice laid out. You can just delete a few things and do your own rather
Faster,
than
yeah.
from scratch. Yes, and the blocks will be coming. We'll try to do it next week. I can't promise. We're always trying delaying it, but we'll try to really introduce it as well very soon.
Okay. All right. Ursh asks if, once you get your integration set up like ActiveCampaign and MailChimp and such, will the pop-ups integrate with that?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the pop-up is just like the pop-up is just like a regular small page, just like that. It's a regular widget. You can integrate it now with MailChimp, or you can add your own code widget and just add the autoresponder code there, and you can add the form. We have people do it that way since we don't have the native integration, but you have different settings. You can have like a page like this, for example, and a pop-up like this. So it's just like a regular page pretty much, but in a smaller version most of the time.
Cool. Next, on the tail end of that, Trish asks, what triggers the pop-up, and could you control when the pop-up appears, say on a timer or something?
Absolutely, yes. You can see if it's on after time on page, if it's on page scroll, on exit, when somebody intends, when it goes to this area, it will pop up. And I think this covers pretty much all. And of course, the other is on event, when somebody clicks on something. You can change that. You can change when how many times it shows, if it's just once or on every refresh page. And of course, the animation, we have really nice animations here. You can link it from, let me just close it. Mm-hmm. And you can link from any link to on the website. You can link, you'll have this pop-up option, and you can just select the name. Currently, I haven't added any name. So you just select the pop-up, and I can just show you here real quick.
Yeah, I think that answers it.
Yep.
Cool. Ursh also asks, do you have expert users who would work with us with the BC partners to build out sites as a service?
Yeah, we provide such service. Actually, I'll answer her to some of the emails I forgot to answer yesterday, but yeah, I'm sorry about that. I apologize. But yeah, we create designs. Because we are proficient in this platform, we do it really fast. If you still have, like I said, if you're on a timer and you want to do them right away, we can help you with that. Yeah.
So just further to that, so you can create a site that gets built out, but what I'm also thinking is ongoing site maintenance and changes, because like a lot of the other partners, it's while you know your system inside out, we're learning everything and not just one platform. So it would be good to be able to get some kind of agreement or service thing where we can just say, could you do this? Could you do this? Could you do that? And I don't know if you're set up for that type of support, obviously as a paid service, but just to get things done, because we've got a lot of learning to do.
Yeah, well, I guess it depends on if it's just about changing text and so on. We currently do not have the resources to do so many modifications for a website. If it's just building a website, we can do it easily, just one time. For different modifications, if it's something bigger, like create a landing page for something, or I don't know, just some campaign pages to do, we can create. But like small modifications, like change praise this to that, we tend to not.
I think she's thinking more migration, if I'm not putting words in your mouth there. So like if she's got 70 sites, she needs to get moved off of Business Catalyst onto another platform. I think she's asking for, is there an option for help with that? Can I give you this site or this design and get you to move it from here to here? Yeah.
We provide such services for custom design. We pretty much create just like a new template. In most cases, we can just create it as a new template that you can you reuse it after that for different clients of yours. So yeah, no problem. We can create websites pretty fast.
Does that answer your question, Ursh?
Kind of, but I do also have, because it's a big, I guess, a risk for us when we move a site over and then we need to do something that the clients asked us and we have no clue how to do it. And then I'm going, well, what do I do now? You've built this site, but now what do I do?
Yeah, well, we have the live chat for the white labels where you can always ask us a question if you have some trouble. We try to make it as simple for you to be able to do it yourself. If you cannot do it, obviously you can ask us if we can do it. If we have the time, in most cases we do. We can create, like, let's say, like I said, a page or some kind of a section or something like that. Again, depends on the requests. In most cases, we'll be able to help you. Yes.
Okay, I didn't realize you had live chat somewhere.
Oh yeah. We have in the white label dashboard. This thing is always.
I missed that altogether. That's great news.
Yeah, you have the live chat here. This is dedicated for white label partners. So if you ever need any help, questions, you can always use it. It's with priority, so yeah, it's just for white label partners. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So Trisha asks, can the shopping cart allow people to book and pay? So for instance, book a hotel room and then pay for it.
Well, we do not have a booking system just yet. We were discussing the other day to create fairly soon one, because I think it's very important for businesses. And not yet. I mean, it's not part of the store, like functionality where you can book. I guess a workaround would be to create some sort of a service product where you add a custom thank you page where you can create, and you can add additional information to be, let's say, when do you want to get to the room, maybe, I don't know.
No,
or maybe
wouldn't be connected to a calendar or something like that though at that point, right?
Unless you add a calendar here in the description of the product, where you can just add a third-party calendar for this specific room, or I don't know. And yeah, for the moment, this is just like a workaround.
Cool, that's fine. Again, we're just trying to explore it. Can you, Craig asks if you can upload products via a CSV. Say you had hundreds of them. Can you import products? Yeah,
that will be part of the June changes we do on the store. Currently, we can do it. If you provided the CSV. Probably we'll be able to depends on the CSV, because there are some CSVs that are really messy and you cannot really transfer the information correctly, and the end result is not really good. But as long as it's clean and where you can just have a description, just price, stock keeping unit, availability, so on, we can kind of easily do it right now until we release the official imports tool. Okay. So I suggest just send it over. We can check it out and tell you if it's how easy it is to add it to your website.
Laura had asked if you can do payment plans. I think you've answered that. Right now, it's one time.
Mm-hmm.
Ursha also asked, can you have more than one payment method simultaneously? So pay now or choose after pay. I'm not sure what she means there, but can you pay via Stripe or PayPal? Or
I just enabled all of them. Just have an added keys. So
cool.
You can add as many as you want.
Trish is in Canada. I didn't know that. I'm also in Canada, Trish. We're probably on the other end of the country, though. And she asked if she can charge in US dollars if she wants on a Canadian site.
Yeah. I mean, that's, of course, what was it? yeah, here you select the currency. So whatever currency you want, you can charge in that. You can add a symbol, you can add the change to pounds, you can add the buy now to bid directly to checkout instead of going to the add to cart. Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Ursha also asks, can members log in and update their own details, like beyond basic names and email addresses?
Yeah, this is in the membership area for each user. I can just show you some of the profiles of the user that they have in the membership. They have all this information in their profile, but just because we can just show it here. For example, this is me. I've created a test account, so you can update it as an admin, obviously, edit the member information, but they can change it in their profile as well inside the website. But yeah, you can see also that there is register on, last login. You can manually initiate a reset password. You can add them groups to each one manually and add some notes as well.
Okay. The next one I might just leave because I think we only got about 5 minutes left. We can go longer if we want to, but I'm going to look here. This one was interesting to me. Jack asked if you can make a URL document secure. So what would happen in Business Catalyst? You could put you have a membership site section, and you can put a downloadable document in it. But if someone had that URL, they could just download it. You'd have to actually also make the document secure. So how would that look on this platform?
Yeah, this is something that I don't know. I mean, we haven't had this question before, so I'm not sure how to answer really. I guess I can discuss with my team and let you know later on how.
So something to think about is just a way to secure those documents. Like we put them in secure zones, but if someone has the link, there's nothing stopping them from getting them.
Definitely, yes, definitely. I can say for the store we have just 24 hours where the link is active. After that, it expires. Something like a prevention, like for sharing a link. But yeah, password have to discuss with my team how we can do it.
Okay, I'm going to let you finish out, and then if you're okay to stay a bit longer, we'll try and answer some of the rest of the questions. But finish out the main part of your presentation there. Like you said, you had a few more slides. So
yeah. So again, I guess I showed the basics of the platform. There's obviously a few more things to be seen. You can check them out yourself. But yeah, I just wanted to say something about the web apps that we want to create data-driven, obviously to be data-driven, to be drag and drop and liquid text. So it's not just the role what you had before. It will be a lot more intuitive, a lot easier to use. And with the marketplace that we plan to do, I think you have all these web apps available without you having to create them and having to hire developers. Something about the white label is, again, we try to push you into having a lot of customers. Obviously, this is good for us, but it's good for you to build a stronger business and to target a specific market, because this builder allows you to. Most of the businesses do not really need such a sophisticated website. They need just a landing page, a website. So you can target a lot bigger audience, and this builder can allow you exactly that. So you have different strategies where you can go to local businesses. Obviously, most of you probably doing it like that. Target local businesses that do not have a website. You can just either have them build it themselves into your platform or just build it for them very easily. Again, marketing examples, I don't want to bore you too much. For the US alone, how many different schools there are, like 100,000 public schools, more than 600,000 restaurants, and most of them don't have a website. So it's a great market where you don't have to do them one by one. You can just create a template or use some of ours and just use sales skills, marketing to promote to a lot bigger audience this way and create a really strong brand. And so I just want to share that we're now building tutorial strategies like this shown here, where we'll provide them as a webinar and guides for free for you to that we know that works, like landing pages and funnels that we know that works, and how to do them actually, and how to drive more traffic to your platform. Webinars are really great. We'll show you how to create a webinar if you don't know how to, because webinars really convert a lot of customers. With one webinar, if you have, like, let's say 20 people, you can easily convert 10 new customers just like that for an hour, for example. We have partners creating from 5 to 10 new subscribers each day just by doing webinars and landing pages. So it's not something, it's not a, it's not magic or something. It just really is, people really need websites really fast, not at a high cost. And of course the direct approach. So we will provide these tutorials and how to build pages from scratch and everything, like a small academy that will be part of our strategy to help you out and for you to really build a big sustainable business out of it. It's not just, okay, this is the platform, you're on your own, build 5 websites, 10 websites a year. That's not our aim. We want you to build a lot. So we'll try to do what we can to educate you as much as we can with our team and to help you out build a lot of websites. And yeah, I guess some of the things, webinars, direct approach. And again, the pricing, just to finalize. For Business Catalyst, we have a promotion. We plan to do it only for the next, maybe for the next few days, to be no cost for business partners. If you bring 10 or more customers in the first 3 months. If you are not able to, I will just charge you 50% of the yearly fee, which is $100. Our original fee is $199. And on the site, you can see how much we charge for each website. I wasn't able to get to that part, but you create your own pricing plans. I can just show you here. You create your own pricing plans and you determine how much you want to charge your customers for each website. And this way you create your own profit margins. In this case, it's almost 300%. So you charge as much as you want. It's not like an affiliate. You just charge whatever you want. And it depends on the pricing. Like I said, it starts from $3 up to $20 actually for the e-commerce plus. And for you, for the next probably few days, will be at no cost for the first year. And yeah, you can start building websites. At least try it out, I guess. Any feedback is welcome. We try to work with you as much as we can to really produce the best platform there is to build a lot of websites. Yeah, I hope.
Very nice. No, it was super. It was very good, Stan. I appreciate it, and I'm sure the Sandpile community does. If you so that's the end of our normal amount of time here. If you have time, there are a number of questions that folks have asked. If you want to go through them,
absolutely, yeah. I'll be happy.
Okay. So for those that can stay, we'll carry on through the questions for a little while anyway, and we'll go from there. So this is a relevant question, I guess, is what's the best way to import a Business Catalyst site? So if I need to move one across, what do you think is the best approach?
Well, there is not like a magical button that will just
no magic button, no.
Yeah, no, sadly no.
Well, there is actually. There's call Stan, ask how much it will cost, and then get the answer. That's the button, right?
Yes, pretty much, yeah. So we have 2 services at the moment. It's $199 for around 3-page website and $299 for around 6-page website, which I don't know how big the websites are. Of course, it depends on the complexity of the website and the pages. So that's why we do not charge upfront. We always see what the website is, what is the complexity, how much time it will take. But around $200-300 is what we usually take for a website.
Okay, and then from what I'm understanding, that winds up then as a site in that white label partner area. They can use it for that particular customer. They can also then clone it and use it for other customers, right? Yeah,
it can be done like that if they want to use it as a template. Sure, definitely.
Cool. Megan asked if how 301 redirects are handled.
For the moment, they're handled manually. When you contact us, we do not have area for that just yet. But probably with that thing that I was explaining about the multiple domains, I will probably introduce some kind of a small area where you can actually add your redirects. But for the moment, you can just contact us in our live chat and let us know what they are, and we will do them.
Okay. Liz, I'm not 100% sure what you're asking here, but she asks if their end client could ask for a penetration test.
Penetration of?
A penetration test. So if you don't know either, Liz, maybe you're going to have to clarify that one for me if you're still on. Yeah, you're still on. So Jack asks, what type of support do you offer regarding hours and such? And then, like, is it phone, chat, email? How does that work?
Well, for the partners, we try to, for the moment, we're not still 24, we're around 16 hours, 17 hours a day. We provide Skype and Zoom calls if something is, we can do some, walkthrough through the platform, help you out with some things. Yeah, phone if it's necessary, but most of you probably using Skype or Zoom, so we usually do them there because it's easier to share screen and communication is easier.
Okay, Laura asks, is there any facility for backups?
We have daily backups on the whole white label and everything. It's for, at the moment, is for only urgencies if something bad happens, to have this backup to restore the websites from a few hours ago. But we'll be introducing undo and redo, where you have the option for versioning of a website, where you can save an old version, get back to it. You can always, if you want to, let's say you will have this, like this version, you can just clone this website, have it on the back just as a trial on an expired website. This is, I guess, one way to store it at the moment. If you want to make some, like split testing or something like that.
Okay. Liz asks about scaling down. So say I set up a site as e-commerce, and then in the end, the customer decides they're not going to sell anything. Can I scale that down to a lower level, lower cost item?
Absolutely. You can downgrade anytime, but we do not have refunds for downgrades. We have refunds only for yearly plans within 14 days. After the 14 days, you can always, downgrade, but there will be no refund of the charges. So starting in the next billing period, it would be at the new rate. Yeah. Okay. But for monthly, you can always downgrade, upgrade. Yeah.
Okay. We're familiar with that from Business Catalyst. Laura asks if you can turn sites on or off if needed. Say, in her case, say a client missed a payment and she wanted to emphasize the point that they needed to pay the bill. Could you turn a site down?
Well, that's the beauty of it. Everything, if they fail to payments, you have emails that are being sent. Here with Liquid, actually, you see all the system emails that are being sent, such as payment failed. Where is it? Payment failed. So when somebody failed to pay to do a payment, they will be sent this email 3 times. It will try three days in a row to charge them. If they are not successful, the website will become unpublished. It will not be deleted or anything, but it will not be accessible anymore. And we are not going to charge you. We only charge you when a website is actually active and subscribed.
Nice. Mark asks, will this handle 200 plus pages?
Oh yeah, we have actually clients with 5,000-6,000 store products, which is 5,000-6,000 pages. So yeah, no problem. You just have to use the pages, the groups to organize, because obviously 200 pages is too much for one folder. You just create different folders. That's why we use them. Soon they will be used for nesting of URLs as well, if you want to.
Nice. Are there limits to, like, do I have 10 gigabytes? Do I have a terabyte? Is there any limit like that at all? Or
well, everything is obviously. So the different plans are here, and when you create a plan, let's say this is the personal, you have a limitation. So this is because this is only 585. That's why you have up to 20 pages, up to 5 storage, up to 10 bandwidth, and so on. That's why this is the pricing. If you go to business, obviously it's unlimited on the pages and so on. Obviously, unlimited means in the fair policy. nothing too crazy, but yeah.
You're not recreating Amazon for $9 a month. Yeah.
Yeah, but everything scales up. It's on Amazon, so there will be. We tried. I mean, I can say for the last 3 months we had 99.97% uptime, so we're in a good percentage of uptimes. We're now introducing Aurora as well, which will try to keep it at 100 if possible. But yeah, this way you can see what limitation each plant have. So if something goes to a limit, it will be notified.
Ursh asked a relevant question, and while we're talking about this, if there's limits per page, is a blog post considered a page?
Blog post is blog in general is considered as one page.
Okay,
so all the posts are within that one page.
Cool. That was a good question, actually. I'm just trying to find another question. Lots of compliments for your support and such, which is nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is there a special link for the WL promo? What's WL promo?
White label promo, I guess.
White label. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for seeing through that.
So, I mean, how do I hide this one? Okay. So, yeah, the last page I have. This is the code you can use in the next few days. Where you can get this special promo for no charge for the 3 months. We'll see after 3 months if you don't have 10 websites. I hope you'll have 10 websites. We'll have such tutorials, how to find your first 10 clients, how to find your first 50 clients, and so on, webinars and tutorials. So this will be something that we'll be doing in June. Probably we're very active into using that.
And then after that, it's $199 a year, and then however many sites you have per month, right?
Yes, $199 a year is the original price.
Just clarifying for Mark, because he wondered if it was $100 a month to be a reseller. Well, no, I'm reading it. It's $199 a year, and if you have 10 sites in the next 3 months, then it's nothing for the first year.
I mean, it's nothing from the beginning, but if you don't have the 10 websites, you'll have to charge you the 50%.
Yeah.
But I think in a few days, that's why I say just a few days, that will be promotional, because I think in a few days we'll make it 100 up front, and then we'll give you 100 credit if you are able to get the 10 customers, because that way kind of we filter the serious from not so serious people. In a way. Yes. Yeah. But yeah, at the moment everybody who wants, you can just sign up without any charge.
Okay. And Doug, just looking for some clarification. He says some clients are holding back until you get web apps and CRM and some of that email marketing stuff becomes available. He's looking for the ETA. He believes he heard June. Does that sound right to you?
Well, for the web apps, not really. For the CRM, most likely, because we have big partners that are really waiting for that. What was the web apps, the CRM, and what was the other thing?
The email marketing connections, or the I think the API connections to some of these like MailChimp and Auto.
Yeah. This will be coming definitely we'll try to first week on June to have these more integrations. The API will not be able to produce it that fast, like where you can simply do the integrations like for whatever you want.
Is there a page or a support page or something where these kinds of things are announced?
We have a changelog, yes. We also, you can use it as Simvoly /changelog, where you can see the recent updates.
That might be the most beneficial for that.
Yes. The Facebook group, we upload a lot of content on the Facebook group that you can join, with a lot of sneak peeks, a lot of small updates that we do. We usually cover in there as well.
Nice. Liz is go ahead.
Yeah, about the web apps, we'll try to do it probably around the end of the summer. By the end of the summer, I cannot say exactly because it's a big change, but we'll try to do it really nice and easy to use. Yeah.
Cool. Liz has clarified it's a security penetration test, which will potentially find any security vulnerabilities, is what she's asking about.
So like who to do the test? Like it's a third-party test, or?
Yeah. So if I guess she's saying if her end client wanted some third party to do a security penetration test, again, Liz, I'm not really sure how that's going to work, because why not? Let them go ahead, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just website, I guess, like a PCI compliance. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Simvoly has much to do on that. I would just say let the third party have at her, but maybe she'll clarify farther down the notes. So Trish asked a relevant question about accessibility. So are the templates already made accessible, per the upcoming legislation and stuff, or can the code be modified to be accessible?
I mean, you have access to all the new designs are always coming first to you. They're usually at the bottom. So, I mean, that's for the pages. You can see all the.
Is accessibility a consideration when you're building these pages and templates?
Accessibility of what exactly? Not sure.
So there is legislation in the States and soon in Canada where a site must be. In fact, there's like drive-by lawyers. They're creating class action suits. I'm looking at a site right now where were hit with a class action lawsuit because their website was not considered accessible to the WCAG 2.0 guidelines. So that's really the core, I think, of what she's asking.
Is it something like in some way connected to the GDPR things, or not really?
No, not really. Reach out to me afterwards. I'll try and remember to send you some information on it. But
I'm not aware about this.
Yeah, that's going to be significant for certainly for North American clients. Urshas, what time zone you're in, if you don't mind sharing
we're
that?
in Eastern European time zone.
Eastern European, okay. So that she's thinking more about support. So for timelines, when's the best time to get hold of you? But
I mean, like I said, we're around 16, 17 hours. So until now is pretty much the limit for now, because it's 3 a.m. at the moment, and then we start at the morning as well. So just 5-6 hours from now, we start again.
Okay. Perfect. Multiple blogs per site. So could I have more than one blog?
Well, the blog functionality is one. So it's one place. This is the old one. For me, it's ugly because I know the new one is really amazing, but you can actually see it in the group. You have one place where you control all the blogs, but you can create your own pretty much blog pages because on each page you can add a blog widget that loads whatever blog post you want to load. So pretty much you can create different pages with different categories loading blog posts. So in a way, it's kind of as many as you want, but just one place where you control them all.
Yeah, using classifications. Okay.
Yeah.
So Trish asks, can you access the HTML? Again, back to this accessibility. So in accessibility aspects, there are ARIA attributes that can go in HTML elements.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's what she's really asking, I think, in this case. Can you get to the HTML to add those ARIA attributes to a given HTML element?
Not at the moment. So we plan to create probably with the web apps an option for you to modify the HTML of each generated markup. At the moment, you can add your own section by using the code widget. This way you can add whatever you want to the page. But for example, if you want to, let's say, change the attributes of this section, how it is made with our widgets, you won't be able to at the moment.
Okay, so like at its simplest, if you zoom this page to 200%, what happens?
If you zoom it in?
Yeah.
Probably.
So that's one of the aspects. It has to pass that test and not be blocking for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back to 100% and say you want to tab through the elements on the page. So just start tabbing and see what happens.
Tabbing?
You have to do it on the live site. You can't do it in the builder.
Oh, okay. So
just tab and see. Don't mouse. Use your keyboard. So just tab. What happens? So you see in the lower left how you're seeing all the links and stuff that you tab through.
Yeah.
But you have no indication of on the screen what you hit.
Yeah. Understood.
So these are accessibility things that she's getting at, right? So it's the American. It's in the U.S. It's called the ADA, or the Americans with Disabilities Act, and I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe September 2019 is where you must comply with that, or you face some real stiff penalties. And it's already started. Like I say, there's already, in my opinion, there used to be ambulance chasing for lawyers, where they drive around waiting for accidents to happen to hand out their business card. Now they sit in a basement and they scroll websites looking for websites that are not ADA compliant, and they hit them with class action lawsuits. So that's what's going on.
So it should show like each I guess link where it's load. So it's actually
go to a new browser tab and go to webaim.org. And don't click anything, just hit tab. So you see how you can follow that down the page?
Yeah.
That's one way to achieve the accessibility.
And it actually reads what is on the page, I guess, this way. That's why
screen readers is a whole other thing. So if you have a screen reader, you should be able to navigate the page with a screen reader, which is a whole other thing, right? So that's coming. So I'll.
That's if your website is hosted in US soil, or how it is, for who does affect that?
I'm not 100% sure how it's applied, whether it's based on hosting or whether it's based on, I guess, the intended audience. So if it's a US website or registered as a US website, at a minimum, I'm sure that's the case. But if it's just a website hosted, somewhere near,
I thought the GDPR is stupid, but this is just ridiculous.
Well, yeah, fair enough. It's coming. It's already there.
I understand it in a way, but come on, really?
Well, yeah.
Stan, sorry to interrupt, but if I guided you on what to add to a template, is that something that you could build a template for me with the features in it that I would need? Because
sure.
You definitely have the skills to do it. It's just somebody letting you know what to do.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the template, what has to be done, how much time it will take. But yeah, we can.
I meant for a fee, like you had those fees where you charge like $200 for a couple page site. So a lot of these things, they're not difficult. And a lot of it's taken care of by just using semantic HTML. So that's probably one of the reasons I was asking about these span tags that were injected into the code. Like I just wanted the code to be really clean.
Well, everything at the moment is generated with what the widgets are. So unless we you wait for the introduction of the new text widget, that will have a lot cleaner markup.
Or even like say with your forms, when you're injecting the code for the form, if you make sure your widgets create a form that is accessible, which is, I know you can do it. That might be something to add to your, I don't know what that's called, your wish list.
Sure, yeah, we can definitely do that. Depending on the task, what has to be done with the. Not sure I understood about the forms. What accessible by what mean?
It's just the connections between what you're asking somebody who can't see the screen, what your form might be asking for, and then the field that they need to fill in. So there's hidden code in the back that connects the two. So, and it's just HTML. So I know this would be really easy for you. It's just being aware of it.
It's quite common to not have labels on a form, to have the placeholder contain what you want in the field. Screen readers don't like that necessarily. So there's ARIA codes you can put in there. So when the screen reader hits that form field, it says first name, last name, email, right?
It reads the placeholder or the label?
Well, it reads an ARIA tag or it reads the label if you have a label, right?
Yeah, all the forms are made with labels, so it should be fine with forms, I think. So
yeah.
everything is labeled. So I guess if you scroll down, it will be. I think for forms it should be all fine.
It's that kind of thing. And if I'm being like direct, there are
so you go.
There's hundreds of pages that have to be looked at. Like as far as the guidelines go, it's not a simple task. It's not 2 or 3 things. It's many need to be looked at. So
yeah, I wasn't aware. So I guess we'll check it out with the team, see what the guidelines are.
Reach out to me and I'll link you to some resources you can use for review. So
yeah, we're still fighting with the GDPR thing, so we're actually going to update a few things about it these days with the new privacy policy, new terms and conditions that you can actually use yourself as well if you want to copy them for your websites, since you're going to be using the same platform. We plan to do some double opt-ins for the forms, terms and condition option, either or, one of those. Easier way to delete each person, so probably in the dashboard somewhere in members, or I don't know, somewhere we have a place where you can actually delete all the information about the given user on your website, on your white label, since that's a requirement for GDPR and it's very important for some reason. So yeah, we'll be adding that, and we'll be adding a note explaining all these things and how you can do them with the white label and with each individual website as well.
Nice. Stan, if someone has just to close off, if someone has some questions, what's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
I guess the live chat in the white label. So when you create an account, you can do it from white label. Get started free. I think most of you even have already accounts, but yeah, you can sign up. Once you do that, you'll be in the white label that I showed you. You can use a live chat there, or by email. You can use stan@simvoly.com to email me directly if you have any questions.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate your time, especially as I understand it's the middle of the night for you there. I appreciate you showing up for the session today.
No problem at all. No problem.
And thanks to everybody in the Sandpile community. And I think this has been great as far as I'm concerned. So,
yeah. All right. Thank you for having me. And yeah, happy to see most of you. Some of you are already partners, but yeah, the others as well.
Perfect. All right. We'll talk to you next time. Thanks very much.
You too. Bye-bye.